Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Casiejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Lacey G.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And today we are speaking now. We're getting into our first song from Speak Now. It is Mine, the lead single from Taylor Swift's third studio album, Speak Now, but now she has re-released it on her own Taylor's Version TV. I did see Elise Myers say it took her forever to figure out that TV meant Taylor's version and not that there was like some secret Taylor version universe going on. I thought that was pretty cute.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I do love that Speak Now, the album, is entirely self-written. So for every single track on this album, every episode, we just get to say, this was written by Taylor Swift.
Written by Taylor Swift.
And Taylor Swift only, which is awesome. I'm so excited about this because the Speak Now originally came out in 2010, and like the first few eras, there was just more. I mean, when Taylor was younger, when she was establishing herself and all this, she did a lot more interviews and was really active on social media. There was just more that we as fans could, I guess, feed off of than when we just did Midnights. It was a lot of just speculation on our part on what is this about? When did she write this? That kind of thing. But as we get with her older work, we know when she wrote it. We know what it's about. We know things that she has said about specific songs. And to me, I think that's really exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. I also think it's going to be really cool to basically relive the original era by deep diving into each song on the podcast, because a lot of Swifties have been, it's really cool when you hear a Swiftie origin story, when did you become a Swiftie, or when did you become a huge fan of Taylor Swift or whatever. Some people, we like to say day one, Tay1 since debut, but then there's, so many other fans that became Swifties at different times. Some fans were really, really young when Speak Now originally came out. Some fans were already in college or already had a family, and now they have kids of their own experiencing Speak Now Taylor's version. So it is really cool. I mean, Taylor has raised an entire generation, and I'm so excited.
And I think it is incredibly smart and mastermind-ish of her to have only performed one song from Speak Now during her tour set, and then now she's been adding more and more during the surprise songs, which is just going to jack up all the listens. I mean, people are listening anyway. It's the number one country album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's already breaking records and doing stuff, but then that just makes me think, what's next? What's next? What's next? Is she going to knock out this album on tour and then immediately release another one? I don't know. I'm too excited. But we're in Speak Now.
I'm ready to be in the Speak Now era for the next 6 months.
I am too.
All purple, everything. This was, like you said, it was the lead single, and it is the opening track to Speak Now. It was originally released. Okay, so I have a weird, vague memory of this. It was supposed to be released on August 16th. I mean, I don't remember exactly what day. I did look that up. But it was supposed to be released in August. The album came out in October. But it leaked online beforehand, so she ended up releasing it 2 weeks earlier than planned. So it was originally released August 4th, 2010, 2 weeks before the original planned release, which was August 16th, because it leaked. And then the album came out October of 2010. So this was, and it's so interesting because even now, like with Midnights, Taylor didn't have a lead single. Well, she did, but after the album came out. Right. It's more traditional for artists to release a song a few weeks before the album to get people like, okay, this is what the album is going to sound like and all that. And it's cool. I think it's cool that the lead single is also the opening track because that's not always the case. Like a lot of times the lead single will be like track 3 or 4 on the album. But I think mine, the is like the perfect opening to just the Speak Now era altogether.
So I didn't realize about the leak. I wonder if she was super, super secretive then and it still got out, or if this made her become more secretive whenever she's releasing music and doing music videos and she's the only one who can hear the song in her earbuds. And like what? Traveling with iPads and they're going to be locked up and cases and suitcases and that kind of stuff. I wonder if this is what caused her to do that, or if she was already doing that and some a-hole just leaked it anyway.
I mean, she was a lot younger back then.
Yeah.
Right? She didn't have as much control as she does now, like over anything.
And
really.
she trusted a lot more back then.
That's true. That's true. So I think the smart mastermind genius person that Taylor is now is because she did, I mean, a lot of like things, like I think she got burned a couple of times as she was coming up. But back then in 2010, when Speak Now came out, Taylor did a Ustream type thing where she was just like excited about it. And she also had a website when the song came out where she wrote a little blurb. Do you want me to just read it to you guys?
Yeah.
A little blurb. So she said, lately, I've had this bad habit of running away from love, kind of getting to the place where it's about commitment and then you just like run in the opposite direction. Mine is about the idea that I could find someone who would be the exception of that. Someone who would be so sturdy and so much of a sure thing that I wouldn't run from it. Sometimes I look back on examples that I've seen of love long term, and a lot of times it doesn't work out. There are goodbyes and people getting hurt, so I tend to be a little runaway-ish. But I've never passed hoping that at some point that would change. This song is the first single because it has this. There was this moment between Nathan and I, my producer, and I brought this song in and we made this demo in one day in his basement, and we just kind of looked at each other and we were like, this is it. This is the one. All the times that I've had that moment with songs of this is the one, it's been a good call. So I'm hoping for the best on this one. Wish me luck.
Aww.
So super, oh my gosh. I just can't help but feel so nostalgic and also just so proud of her.
Yeah.
And so in awe of her, because she also told Yahoo Music about this song. She said, this is a situation where a guy that I just barely knew put his arm around me by the water, and I saw our entire relationship flash before my eyes, almost like a weird science fiction movie. After I wrote the song, things sort of fell apart, as they often do. And she said, I hadn't talked to him in a couple months, and the song came out, and that day I got an email from him. And I was like, yes, because that was sort of half confession and half prediction or projection of what I saw.
Which is great because that's basically what the music video is, right? Did you guys go back and watch the music video?
I even
did.
watched that in the making or behind the scenes
Yeah?
of it. Yeah. And she was just like, I know I'm so obnoxious, but I'm so excited about this whole experience. She was adorable.
So
I've
cute.
never felt a line more before in my life. I know I'm so obnoxious. That's me. Sometimes I have to just say, sorry for being me. I know I'm much, but yeah.
It's so cute. The music video was released on August 27th on CMT, and they did that little like half-hour special of like the
Yeah.
behind the scenes, like the making of. And it's so interesting because Taylor has a lot of music videos. I mean, she's had a long career. And the Mine music video, like when I think of that music video, I think of her in that field with like the photos like on like the strings, you know, and like that white dress, and she's like so young and so pretty. But rewatching it, I was like, oh my God, I didn't remember some of the details in the story. Like I knew, yes, I remembered the premise was like that she just basically envisions an entire life after seeing a person for 1 second, which is like the most Taylor Swift hopeless romantic kind of thing you could do, right? And you put that in the music video, but rewatching it just kind of like I almost got a little misty-eyed because it was just it really, really took me back to 2010. I was in high school at the time. And when Speak Now came out, I remember I took my little brother to Target to get the Speak Now CD. And I have this picture of him in the car because I was able to, I think that was the year I got my license because it was just me and him. So I must have gotten my license that year. And it was just me and my little brother, and he's 5 years younger. And I have this picture of him just holding the CD and just like smiling, just grinning ear to ear. And he's 5 years younger than me, so obviously my taste in music became his taste in music because it's my car, it's my rules, it's my music. We're going to listen to Taylor Swift. And I mean, growing up, like he just, knew so much about things that were out of his control. He knew so much about Taylor Swift and about pop music and just like anything. But I have that picture of him and I just like cry when I see it because later in the album we get to Never Grow Up, which in turn makes me think of my brother because we just had this like really special moment. And when Speak Now came out, Taylor's version came out, I sent him the picture. And I was like, happy Speak Now Taylor's version. And he was just like, wow, I'm an icon.
I thought he was going to say, a picture to burn.
No, but.
Speaking of your family, does your mom miss me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So Taylor Swift in this song, thinking by just a simple touch, she envisions this whole life together and writes this song. Only Taylor Swift could do that because if I did that, it would be psycho. And I would be chasing these boys away. They're not staying anyway, so I don't know what I'm chasing them away on my own. But I'm just saying, you can't go up to somebody and envision this whole life that we have together based on one brief moment, or they'd be like, red flag, psycho,
right.
Let's know.
But no, not only does she say it out loud, she writes a song, makes it a music video. It's the lead single. But so the music video, the love interest is a British actor named Toby Hemingway. And she said that the reason that she picked him to be in the music video is because he was in the movie The Covenant. And in that movie, he's wearing a shirt with the number 13 on it.
Stop.
So she was like, yeah.
That's the guy.
That's the guy that I want.
be.
That's the guy that I want in my music video.
I love that detail.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
I love that so much. Also, when I was rewatching the video on YouTube, I was looking at the comments because some of them are new now that like Taylor's version came out, but some of them are really, really old. And I saw a comment from like 3 or 4 years ago that just said, this song is timeless, which I thought was funny because now there's a vault song called Timeless, which is so great. Oh my God. I can't wait till we get into the vault songs too, because if I remember correctly, I think Taylor had said that she wrote originally for Speak Now like 80 something songs.
Wow.
That then only so many make the cut. And then for like 1989, she wrote like over 100 something songs. Like, oh my God. So then I'm so curious as to why do these 6 out of all 80, why are those the ones that you wanted to re-record? Which is always, I need to add that to our list of questions.
Anna, we're in Speak Now. We're in Speak Now. Do you want to know a 1989 theory, though?
Sure.
Okay, Taylor Swift's birthday picture holding up 2 threes because it's her birthday. She's 33. Now it's being theorized that she's going to, because she's been doing the red and green nails, she's made sure and pointed those out, that she's going to announce 1989 to be released in December and that it's possibly going to have 33 tracks on it.
Okay, I love that.
Okay.
The red and green for
There's
Christmas.
red and green for Christmas. I think it's going to get announced in August, like at around one of her last shows. And that was, some people think that's why she's saying New York, but she's in LA, or LA and I'm in New York when Emma falls in love.
Yeah.
I'm getting that messed up. But anyway, they think she's going to announce that while she's in LA about 1989, which is about New York, and that might be the double that we've always seen that she hasn't come out with yet, because she wrote so many songs for this album that she could potentially have 33 songs.
Yeah, and I have seen that people think that maybe she'll announce it on August 9th because it's 8-9.
Right.
Yeah.
89.
Yeah. And I got my theory on that from Nikki King. Yes, I did study her hardcore this morning before coming in.
We love
to
her.
to see what all I missed. But yeah.
Well, we love her.
You are the best thing that's ever been mine. And in this instance, I'm not talking about just a Taylor Swift lyric. I'm also talking about someone that we have proudly partnered up with, Bass. We just got back from vacation, or Anna's wedding. And what do you have to do on vacation? You got to pack everything up and then carry it with you to the airport. And you want something that's going to look good, going to feel good, not going to be too heavy. And sometimes we can tend to overpack on trips, and then it's like, oh, can I even fit that in my luggage? Is that going to be too much weight? Do I need to carry something else? Well, all you need to carry is this Bass bag, because you can literally fit everything in there.
I'm obsessed. So Bass was actually created by actress Shay Mitchell, who already has such a clean and beautiful aesthetic, and these bags perfectly match. And when I saw her, using one. I was like, I need one immediately. So I got myself the Weekender bag. It's beige, my beige base bag, and I'm obsessed with it. I actually used it whenever I traveled for my wedding to Mexico, and I cannot stress enough how perfect it was. Not only did I feel cute as hell, but it was the perfect size because I got the Weekender one. They have the smaller Weekender one, the bigger one. I got the bigger one because I really do feel like it could fit everything, and I put all of my important stuff in there. I put my wedding accessories that I didn't want to lose. I had my wedding shoes in there. I also used it as my personal item, so I didn't have an extra purse or backpack because I fit my passport, everything in there. And it has like a separate compartment on the bottom that zips up. And that's where I put my makeup and liquids and stuff just in case, because I didn't want, things can kind of go wrong like that. And then my base bag was actually the bag that I used on my wedding day for all of my wedding stuff, all of my bridesmaid stuff, all of my change of clothes stuff that I took to my wedding venue because it was the perfect size.
Base has thought of everything you could ever want in a piece of luggage: 360-degree gliding wheels, a cushion handle, built-in weight indicator so there is no guessing whenever you are at the gate, washable bags for your dirty clothes, and all the interior pockets that you need to keep you organized. You can keep everything safe and separate in this bag.
The luggage also comes in multiple sizes and colors, and for shorter trips, the Weekender bag is super functional. It even has a place to store your shoes separately, even though I personally use that as my makeup compartment.
Whether you're packing for a quick trip or looking to breeze through the security line, Base has your personal items covered.
Right now, Base is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/Taylor Swift fan. Go to basetravel.com/Taylor Swift fan for 15% off your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/Taylor Swift fan.
That's BEIS travel.com/Taylor Swift fan.
But back to Speak Now, and back to mine specifically. Something else that I'm so excited about that we're only going to have for a few more albums is the hidden messages.
Yes.
From the lyric booklets. So when Taylor, in her first few albums, she, in the lyric booklets, she would have little hidden messages, secret messages to her fans by capitalizing random letters. And it was always just like so fun to get a new Taylor Swift album, listen to it, and like I would circle, like with a pen, I would just like circle all the letters and just try to figure out like what it was. So the hidden message for mine just says Toby, which is the name of the guy in the music video. So some people had, of course been like, well, was this song about him? But the two of them never actually had a romantic relationship. I've seen people say that maybe she just had such a good experience and good time filming the music video with him that she made the secret message about him. But something also that I just love about Taylor Swift in general, it's like, yeah, she has all these songs about relationships and, people, we do also, we're like, who is this about? Like, who inspired this song? And she'll never confirm it. Mm-hmm. She'll just never confirm it, even with her older ones. Even Dear John. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, Dear John letters. Yep, that's what inspired it. Style, she was like, yeah, well, we're never going to go out of style. Like, that's just, it is what it is. Like, she will never go on the record and actually confirm it, and I love that about her. Sure, there's some that we're like, okay, this is we know, but I was going back yesterday and I was actually finding old blog posts from 2010 from fans, like from Tumblr, from Reddit, just like I love to see what people say about the music now, but I wanted to see what people were saying then. So I did go back and find a couple of different blog posts. Also, sorry, I feel like I'm just babbling. I feel like I just keep...
We're feeding off your energy.
I just keep talking because there's just so much that I want to say. Okay, so where to begin with this? Okay. So at one point, it was rumored that this song was about a friend of Taylor's who was in college. You were in college working part-time waiting tables, who was seen in like a couple of her photos. So I found a blog post from August of 2010. It was like on a fan website, and it just included photos from a wedding that Taylor had gone to, and it was actually Josh Farrow's wedding. Farrow? From Paramore.
Oh, okay.
So it was his wedding, and Taylor was there with Hayley Williams, everybody else from Paramore, and like a couple of friends, and there's this group photo where there's this guy, and he's wearing this orange beanie. And then that same guy is seen in other photos later on when Taylor was at her parents' house for Easter. And that same guy was there.
Was he wearing an orange beanie? How did they pick him out?
No, but he was wearing, in the Easter photos, he was wearing like a white hat, a white fedora type hat which looks very similar to the one that Taylor was wearing in the Mine music video.
Okay.
So for a little bit, or like some fans thought, maybe this is the guy that's working, in college, working part-time, waiting tables, family friend, maybe that kind of situation. And I love that I just like found that blog post like from 2010. And then other people think that this song is completely fictional, that it was just inspired by maybe like a, like a crush or something. But I don't believe that, because she did say that she got an email from whoever inspired the song. And then there's the people that think that maybe the song is about Corey Monteith. Mm-hmm. Is that what you?
Yeah,
I feel like that's the most popular,
right?
The most popular theory, because Corey Monteith, who we know from Glee, who very sadly passed away July 13th of 2013. So we just passed the 10-year anniversary of that. But Corey and Taylor were friends in 2010. They were spotted out bowling one time with Selena Gomez. I think they were at like a Grammys after party together. Something along those lines. And then a couple of years ago, Corey Monteith's mom posted an Instagram story, and it was a picture of Corey and Taylor, and she used the song Mine on the Instagram story. Aww. So people wonder, like, was this a very subtle confirmation of that? Mm-hmm. Hard to say. Can't say for sure.
And there was a Glee cover of Mine.
Yes.
So, I mean, that could also be considered a confirmation.
Yeah, in a way. And I've seen fans now talk about like, what was it? Oh, I saw a tweet that was like, we should be glad that some of the Vault songs weren't on the original album, because somebody was like, I Can See You would have most definitely been covered by the Glee cast, or like something along those lines, or like it would have been in Pretty Little Liars as like a little montage transition or something. But it's so funny like to think about the Vault songs now and like how they would have been used in media and pop culture originally in 2010. I think I'm just very emotionally attached to this era. And I also just have really random memories, not like a full, I mean, obviously this was 13 years ago, but I just have random sparks of like random memories that I was like Googling. I was like, oh, who was the guy in the orange bean? You know what I mean? Like there's just like really random things that I was like, I need to, like, I know I'm not crazy. Like I know I'm not crazy for remembering certain things. Mm-hmm. But I do have some other just random things about the song Mine. On the Speak Now World tour, Taylor had purple like rubber, those like thick like rubber bracelets that were like super trendy in like 2010. Yeah, but like the thick ones, like they were like big, and it said Speak Now World Tour. And on the inside of it, it was like rubber, so engraved is not the right word, but like inside the bracelet there was like little lettering that just said, "You are the best thing that's ever been mine." And fans just love that because it's like the fans were wearing it. So it's like the fans are Taylor. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's really cute. If I could find one of those on eBay, I would buy it. And then a few just other random things about the song Mine before we get into the lyrics. Mine was nominated for 12 awards in its time period. It ended up winning 4. So it won the 2011 BMI Country Awards Publisher of the Year and Award-Winning Songs Award. It also won the 2011 CMT Music Awards for Video of the Year.
Nice.
She was nominated for Female Video of the Year, but she didn't win that. But she did win Video of the Year. And then she also won the 2012 BMI Pop Awards for Award-Winning Song. So do you guys remember like when Taylor was young and she was winning everything and people like were just so
confused by it or
mean about it, I guess. I mean, granted, that's why we got the song mean, but it's like she like kept winning and people were like tired of seeing her constantly winning. Mm-hmm. And I remember like just the media being so annoying about like, oh, she's just acting so surprised, or like, oh my God,
I do remember surprise face again.
Surprise face, like whatever. And it's like, yeah, well, she earned those awards and she's really happy about it. But I remember like in the last few years, people started saying the same thing about Billie Eilish. Like when she like swept at the Grammys and won like the big 4 awards and people were like, oh my God, whatever. And like, I remember Billie saying like,
this show is sponsored by Liquid IV. Summer has officially started in my house when my kids are in full sports mode. We are outside constantly. Baseball games, practices, tournaments, running from one field to the next in the heat. And if you've ever sat through a doubleheader in the middle of the summer, then you know that staying hydrated is not optional. That's why I always throw in a few sticks of Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier in my bag. I'm obsessed with the pina colada flavor right now, and it really just tastes like summer in a cup. Just tear it open, pour it into 16 ounces of water, and it hydrates faster than water alone. It's powered by Live Hydroscience with an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients. Plus, Liquid IV has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink and includes 8 vitamins and nutrients in every stick. It's also non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Stay hydrated while you're on the go this summer with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code TaylorSwiftFan at checkout. That's 20% off your first purchase with code TaylorSwiftFan at liquidiv.com.
I shouldn't win this. But it's like, no, you should. You can't let other people that like are upset that you won ruin like your moment, you know? But as we get into like Speak Now and like the younger era of Taylor, I'm excited to share all of the awards that she won because they should be celebrated.
But Billie and Taylor both like prove that you can never do anything right, because Billie Eilish came out and didn't want to show her body because she didn't want to hear from haters. She didn't want people critiquing her body, and then she started wearing more fitted clothing and showing off her body, and then people are hating on her for that.
Like,
so it's like, yeah,
she was like,
and you're allowed to change your opinion, you're allowed to change your mind, you're allowed to dress however the hell you want.
Yeah,
but people are just haters. Okay, tattoo idea. If Taylor Swift ever touches us, should we get "You're the best thing that's ever been mine" tattooed there, and then sign Taylor, like sign Taylor, so it's from Taylor?
I probably won't. Maybe a fingerprint. I like that idea versus.
You think she's gonna poke you?
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm still down for a number 13 tattoo.
I am too.
Me personally.
I am too.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Summer is right around the corner, and we love to have fun, but we're all really well aware that it can get expensive. And when you have financial goals, you need to decide what's worth it. A Chime checking account helps you reach your financial goals while still enjoying your summer. Are you traveling at all this summer? Maybe to hit up another Eras tour date? And look, sometimes you know that you don't mean to overdraft, but it just happens when things start to add up. And Chime allows you to overdraft up to $200 with no fees, which at times can be a total game changer. You can set up your direct deposit with your Chime account, and you'll be notified to enroll in SpotMe. Live it up this summer and make progress towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your bank account in minutes at chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. That's chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members. FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
Anna, how does the song start off?
So
oh my iconic.
Gosh. And hearing it now, like, her voice has matured so much. And it's just, you got those very first, like the Taylor's version, and I cry immediately. Immediate tears. Just, oh my God. Even though here on the lyrics that I pulled up, it says, oh, oh, oh. But
I see this too.
I believe that it's
with an A for sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
So she starts off, "You're in college working part-time waiting tables. Left a small town, never looked back.
I was a flight risk.
with the fear of falling, wondering why we bother to love if it never lasts.
I mean, I feel like the story, I mean, this song is just, it's a full-blown story.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of the Speak Now songs are like that. Like, it's just a story start to finish. And going lyric by lyric is going to be a little bit different than when we did Folklore and Midnights, because it's just a straight-up story. It is what it is, you know? But love it.
Yeah, because she's fearful trying to get into this relationship because she saw her parents' relationship not work and she saw all the fighting, and then you think that's how love is, or you're skeptical, like love's never gonna last, it's never gonna last. But then in that moment it's like, can you believe it? Because you're looking at each other and I think we could make this work. Yes, I can see it now. I think that we can do this. And then she reflects. Do you remember we were sitting there by the water? You put your arm around me for the first time. Was he hitting on her or was she cold?
I assume it was like a
little bit of both.
A little bit of a hitting. For me, this is like a summertime. Maybe because in the music video, she's like just it like looks
That's
more
true.
summer. But I assume they're just like sitting by the water and he puts his arm around her. How great though! Like, I mean, we know she is the lyricist of our generation, but something so small, like putting your arm around her, inspires this entire song. You know, like that's really really cool.
And then the next line, you made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter.
Yes.
So she's so super guarded because of what happened to her family. But then love's going to turn her into that rebel after all.
And I do see a lot of, even back then, a lot of critics would praise her for that lyric specifically, just saying it was just like a very smart lyric, right? Like, especially for, like, I don't know what she's trying to say in such like in one line. It like conveys the whole message.
Yeah.
But this we know.
Yep, you are the best thing that's ever been mine. And then flash forward, they're together, taking on the world.
They're moving in together. There's a drawer of my things at your place.
They're starting. That's not moving in. That's whenever you're just getting to that
Oh, you're
point
right.
to where
You're
it's
right.
like, do I
Leave my
have to bring my
toothbrush.
toothbrush home every time? Y'all, my parents really strict. Wasn't ever allowed to have boyfriends over, anything like that. Well, I went on one vacation with a boyfriend, and it was with my whole family, my grandma, my boyfriend, and his 2 kids. Well, we had a 2-story house, and they were sleeping downstairs, and I'm sleeping upstairs with my grandma. I'm talking about a total C block. Like, you could not get any more, like, this is not going to happen here. Grandma is sleeping with you, literally. Anyway, this little boy, I don't know, he was like 4 or 5. This little boy kept outing me every chance he got. He was being a cute little kid, but he'd see I'd have a toothbrush, and he's like, "Is that your toothbrush?" I said, "Yeah." "You got a lot of toothbrushes. You got one at my house." And I'm like, "Shut up, kid. My grandma's right there." And he would just make comments like that all the time. He was so confused because I was saying, "Oh, I'm going to sleep upstairs. He's sleeping downstairs. Oh, Lacey's going to sleep upstairs with Dad, and we're going to sleep downstairs." And it was just like, shh, stop. That little kid was outing me. Now I was just thinking about that because of the toothbrush. But yeah, it is a big deal whenever you can finally feel comfortable enough to start leaving something at someone's house.
Yeah.
And she's starting to trust him. You learn my secrets and figure out why I'm guarded. And you say we'll never make my parents' mistakes.
That makes me cry. But it's also like, even young Taylor was guarded. Like, we know Taylor now is also very guarded. She sings about that in Midnights, you know, and it is interesting, I feel like, for our podcast. I'm really glad that we just did our deep dive into Midnight so we can really see the comparisons between, like, Taylor 13 years ago and, like, what she's writing about and how she writes it versus now, because some of the themes are the same. But we got bills to pay.
And we got nothing figured out.
I do love that. Like, you got, life happens, but at least we're together, right?
Yeah, because you just got to figure it out together. But then it escalates a little bit more further on down where she says, I remember that fight. I remember that fight, 2:30 a.m. I can't sing, but because everything was slipping from my hands, was slipping right out of our hands. I ran out crying, and you followed me out into the street. And then this is the part where she's waiting. We're fighting.
This
You're
is
gonna
the
leave me.
end.
Yeah, you're gonna leave me. Why would you stick around? Why would you want to stay with me?
Brace myself for the goodbye.
Because that's all I've ever known.
Mm-hmm.
But then he took her by surprise and said, I'll never leave you alone.
Something else that I just love about this being such like a storytelling like song, which I feel like all of Taylor's songs, that's what they are. They're like little encapsulated stories, and like you can visualize it without even watching the music video. You can visualize this story like in your head, and I think that's part of why at least I adore her music so much, is because listening to a song is like listening to just an entire story back, like front to back. Like it's a story, beginning, middle, and end, and a bridge. But it's also like a lot. Like I have a lot of like anxiety, and people say that a lot of people that when they deal with anxiety, they like rewatch the same show over and over because how it ends.
Comforting, yeah.
And I feel that way with Taylor's songs as well, because I listen to these stories and I know how it ends. I know how this song ends. You know what I mean? I know that they're gonna have this fight at 2:30 a.m., but I know that like he's gonna say I'll never leave you alone. Like I know that, and I feel like listening to a Taylor Swift song that has a story like this, which is a lot of her music, is the equivalent of like watching your comfort show. At least that's how I feel. And that's probably why I'm so attached. But, also I wanted to point out, I found a post on Reddit that I thought was interesting about
Is it the graph? Is it a graph?
Oh, no, it wasn't a graph.
Oh, no, then go ahead.
What was yours?
I have a graph of every time she talks about water it's extensive. And I don't know how I describe a graph verbally. Because, it talks about each album and each way of water, but go ahead.
No, I love that.
Well, we'll post it because it's very extensive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll post it on our Instagram. I love that.
What did you find on Reddit?
On Reddit, somebody just basically compared the themes from the bridge in Mine to the bridge in the Great War.
Oh.
Basically saying that they're the same type of fight, I guess, the same fight being the one where Taylor fears that she basically messed everything up. She thinks everything is done, and then he chooses to stay with her. Aww. So we have the bridge in Mind that we just, went through. I remember that fight, 2:30 a.m., brace myself for the goodbye, but you said I'll never leave you alone. In the Great War, it's, somewhere in the haze, got a sense I'd been betrayed. Your finger on my hairpin triggers, soldier down on that icy ground, looked up at me with honor and truth.
Oh my God, that song is so good.
So good. Yeah. But it's like, but that's a great way to just look like, yes, it is the same theme. It is the same overall concept and idea, but you can just right there see her growth as like a lyricist.
Oh, for sure.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was really cool. And I love the person that put that together.
And I love this versus the stolen version, that during the stolen version, when she originally recorded it all, she was almost still in the moment. And now her voice is so mature, and it's supposed to be a reflecting song. And I hear that. I feel like this version, Taylor's version, is better because the song's about reminiscing. And she sounds as a mature woman. She's reminiscing about that time in the past.
Yeah.
And I just love that. I would have to choose this one versus the stolen version.
Oh, yeah. 13 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
I love it. But that's so true, especially since that's what the song is about. That's so cute.
But in the end, he chooses to stay. They choose to stay together. And do you believe it? We're going to make it now.
Yeah.
And I can see it. I can see it now. Now I trust you. Now I trust you.
Gosh, this is so exciting for us to be doing this.
And the album's hers. It's mine. She's saying it's mine. The album's mine.
Yeah.
It's yours. It's ours. I love that she wrote the post when she, said that it's out. I love that.
Yeah. And when she like had the vinyl and like that was like the first snippet we heard of Mine, Taylor's version, it was like, you are the best thing that's ever been mine. Oh my gosh. It's also cool if you think about it. Even back then, this being like an album that we're in track 1, but it's entirely self-written. It is hers.
Yeah.
It was hers all along, right?
Now just legally.
Yeah, but now, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just so happy we're here. Like, I'm so happy that we're experiencing Speak Now. I'm so happy that you guys are experiencing Speak Now. Like, this is the happiest I think I've ever been. Like, this is so cool.
You reached out to our listeners and
did!
asked for memories from 2010.
Oh my God. Yes. So I thought it'd be fun as we go through Speak Now, because I feel like I have so many just random memories from this era, because I mean, granted, it was 13 years ago. And so I thought it'd be really cool to hear from our listeners as well. Like, where were you when the song originally came out? Where were you when you heard it? Do you remember watching the music video for the first time? Like that kind of thing. So I think for every song, my goal is to like post a little something, get some comments from our listeners, and then share them on the podcast. So I want to share some of the ones that we got because some of them are really funny and some of them are really sweet. So yeah, I did post just asking, I said, starting with mine, tell us about your memories, experiences, anything else that you want to share from the original era. So here are some of the comments. Jenna said, so many memories screaming to this on my iPod on repeat. I remember feeling uncomfortable with the line that says, our parents' mistakes, and I never wanted to sing that part because I thought it would offend my parents, even though they definitely would not have cared.
That's cute. That's cute.
A listener with the username Ari just wants to make said, not actually fully my memory, but my little sister was 9 and I was 18, and I took her everywhere with me when I could. And she told me this past weekend, she's 22 now, that she thinks Speak Now is her favorite album because she remembers listening to it in my car as a kid. Aww. So yes, I cried. I'm about to cry. And it melted my heart. Guess my answer is that all the memories that I made with my sisters. That's so sweet. That's how I feel about my brother, too.
Yeah.
Jay Frizz said, Speak Now reminds me of my childhood best friend and all the good times that we had together. We made a mean music video that we posted on YouTube, which sadly got taken down for copyright reasons. And we had so much fun making it together. Listening to this makes me miss her since we haven't seen each other in a long time. It also reminds me of my high school crush because I hadn't been in a relationship yet when the album came out, so I made up fairy tales based on Taylor's songs.
Aww.
This comment made me laugh. It's from JV Cobb 197 that says, I was about 4 years old, but this song takes me back. JK, I remember nothing. There's another one from Jen S that says, I was 1 in 2010, so the only thing I remember is a huge snake in my backyard. Grace Marie Evans, 19, said, I remember calling my brother during the Speak Now concert and leaving a voicemail of the entire song because it was my favorite.
Aww.
That's so cute, leaving a voicemail.
Aww.
Simone Flynn said, I received Speak Now as a Christmas present in 2010, and it was the best present I'd ever received. For mine, the re-record made me realize that I've been singing the lyrics wrong this whole time. Instead of, you learn my secrets and figured out why I'm guarded, I always thought it was why I'm bothered, not why I'm guarded. Mm-hmm. I guess I didn't study my lyric booklet well enough. Oh, okay, I love this because it screams 2010. Chelsea Bauer said, I sent a burnt CD to my foreign exchange student, and he emailed me back saying, oh no, I'm not in love with you. And then the last one that I have here is from BMK, who said, Speak Now came out when I was 5. For Christmas, the girls in my family got tickets to the Speak Now tour in Arlington. It was October of 2011, and I remember standing outside of the stadium in our tutus and bows taking pictures. And then I remember falling asleep during Haunted, and the bell woke me up. And I'm still offended that 6-year-old me had the audacity.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. But it's super cool, like just kind of scrolling through all of the comments on that post because we were all just like in different times, and it was 13 years ago, and it's so cool to reminisce. And so I think that's going to be something cool that we do in our Speak Now era, just to also have our podcast feel more like the family that it already is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Love that. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Well, we are all very happy to be in the Speak Now era. Welcome here with us. So we are going to be breaking down a song every single week, but we are still in the era tour. So we will be picking out our secret songs again for this weekend. She's going to be in Seattle. She has 2 shows this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So we will be picking our surprise songs for this weekend. And then join us next time because we are going to be breaking down Sparks Fly. Drop everything now, baby. Let's go.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.